The heartland of America, usually a picture of tranquil beauty, found itself at the mercy of nature's fury in the middle of May 2025. What began as an ordinary spring week quickly transformed into a multi-day ordeal of severe weather, leaving a trail of destruction and despair from the Great Plains to the East Coast. A relentless barrage of tornadoes, hailstorms, and torrential downpours turned idyllic landscapes into disaster zones. This was not just another storm. This was a severe weather outbreak of unusual intensity, impacting millions across a wide swath of the country. This essay recounts the events of May 15th to May 17th, 2025, piecing together the timeline of this devastating weather event. Through personal accounts, we aim to humanize the statistics, offering a glimpse into the fear, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of those directly affected by the storm's wrath. From the shattered homes in Missouri to the flooded streets of New Jersey, the storm left its mark far and wide. The total human cost was staggering, with at least 23 confirmed fatalities, a number that sadly may still rise as rescue workers dig through the debris. The economic impact is still being calculated, but early estimates point to billions of dollars in damages. This essay will shed light on the events as they unfolded, highlighting the unpredictable nature of severe weather and the importance of preparedness in the face of such natural disasters. On May 15, 2025, a sense of unease settled upon the Midwest as meteorologists began tracking a potent weather system developing over the Great Plains. The air grew heavy with humidity, and an eerie stillness hung in the air, a prelude to the tempest that was brewing. Forecasts warned of severe thunderstorms, large hail, and the possibility of tornadoes. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the vast farmlands, the first line of storms erupted across Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois. Vivid streaks of lightning illuminated the darkening sky, followed by the ominous rumble of thunder. Heavy rain lashed down, turning roads into rivers and flooding low-lying areas. While these initial storms caused some localized flooding and wind damage, they were merely a taste of what was to come. The true force of the system was yet to be unleashed. Unbeknownst to many, a volatile mix of warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico was colliding with cooler, drier air from the north, creating a perfect recipe for severe weather. This clash of air masses was about to ignite a meteorological firestorm that would leave a lasting impact on millions. May 16th dawned under a sky thick with foreboding. The storm system, now energized by the overnight clash of air masses, had transformed into a monstrous weather system. It barreled eastward across the heartland, gaining strength with each passing hour. By midday, the National Weather Service had issued tornado emergencies for parts of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, indicating a particularly dangerous situation with confirmed long-track tornadoes on the ground. One of the hardest-hit areas was Benton, Missouri, a small town that found itself directly in the path of a large and destructive tornado. Witnesses described the tornado as a massive, dark funnel cloud that roared through the town, leaving a trail of mangled metal, splintered wood, and shattered lives in its wake. Further east, the St. Louis metropolitan area experienced its own share of the storm's fury. Multiple tornadoes touched down across the city and its suburbs, tearing through neighborhoods, overturning cars, and downing power lines. The iconic Gateway Arch stood as a silent sentinel, dwarfed by the monstrous storm cloud swirling above. Amidst the widespread destruction, stories of human resilience and the capricious nature of the storm emerged. Sarah Miller, a young mother from Benton, Missouri, huddled in her basement with her 2 children as the tornado ripped through her neighborhood. The sound was like a freight train, and the house was shaking so violently I thought it would come down on top of us, she recalled, her voice still trembling days later. Miraculously, their home was spared the worst of the storm, but the surrounding houses were reduced to rubble. In Illinois, a group of farmers taking shelter in a storm cellar watched in disbelief as a tornado passed directly over them, the ground trembling beneath their feet. They emerged to find their farm flattened, their livelihoods literally scattered to the wind. Tragically, not everyone was so fortunate. The storm system claimed at least 23 lives across several states, leaving behind grieving families and shattered communities. In Kentucky, a family of 4, including 2 young children, perished when a tornado demolished their mobile home. Their story, like so many others, served as a stark reminder of the devastating power of nature and the importance of heeding weather warnings.